And yeah, you think that you're gonna have everything figured out, you're gonna have your forever
And your
job, and you
house.
will retire in that job, so follow your gut. Like, if you have a feeling, and because so many people, me myself, I had, you have those times that you really want reassurance, or you don't know, what choice to make. And even if it's, to a friend, to a partner, and just follow your gut, because I did regret, like, sometimes following other people's advice. And while I wait for the opportunities, I'm working on something else, because I like to make things happen and maybe create other opportunities, not waiting around so much. And so I'm always thinking about creating things. Oh, we could do this, or maybe, I don't know, verticals in Spain. Let's do this, or
Yeah.
just think about opportunities or creative ideas while waiting for other projects.
Hello, welcome back to the Inspiring Woman podcast. My name is Andrea Molina, and I have a special guest with me today. Her name is Sara. She's a filmmaker, and she's going to be explaining to us a little bit more about the industry and the challenges she had to overcome. Welcome to the show, Sara. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you very much
Thank
for
you for
having me here today.
thank you for coming. You made a good effort. I mean, with this weather, it's a bit rainy, but you made it.
It's all right.
How you like it?
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit more about you. What you do in
Um,
the industry.
I have done a little bit of everything, or I still do a little bit of everything in the industry, because I'm quite new. So I work as first AD mainly, which is like making the schedules and making sure everything runs smoothly on set. And I also work in production. So all the pre-production that a film needs, and also working on set and production. All right.
So that's
Okay.
what you do. You're
Yes.
actually solving problems. So I went around your story, and you've been in through like Power the Flame.
Orange, Orange Flame of Fury. That's a vertical drama. It's a new format that we can find nowadays in the industry, which is growing very, very fast.
Okay, one question. Tell us a little. Explain to us a little bit about vertical drama. How
Vertical
does,
dramas is a new format that is consumed online on vertical drama apps, where people subscribed and they watch it on the phone. And those are like, is the length of a feature film.
okay.
This still, the script is the same length, but the thing is that the film is basically split in around between 50 to 60 episodes, which is like 1 to 2 minutes long.
Oh, that's short. 1 to 2 minutes.
Every episode.
Every
And then
episode.
but if you put all the episodes together, it's still like, I don't know, it could be 90 minutes or around.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, that's a little job. Are
Yeah.
you enjoying that right now?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. I
Yes.
also know that a little bit about you, that you had an online shop.
Yes, I did. I did
And
until very, very not long ago, until May.
to make, well, how long did
Yeah.
you had it for?
6 years.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. So what made you change your mind, and you all into the industry of filmmaking and
Basically, I always, since I went to uni, before uni, I wanted to work in film. Just when I studied and finished, everything was crashing in Spain.
yes, I
There
remember.
wasn't much. So so I I didn't try, and I moved to the UK, and I was doing different jobs and working for the other different companies, which wasn't related to the film industry.
Yeah.
And at some point, I was tired, and not tired. I wasn't really enjoying it, because I'm a very creative person,
Yeah.
and was working, yeah, photography, different things, and that was the most creative. And then the other jobs were like a little bit no boring for me. So I was like, I
Yeah.
really need to find something that I really enjoy. That's when I started the shop, because I thought that
Okay.
would be my way to
Yeah.
enjoy, because I didn't think I will get into the industry.
Yeah.
But a year ago, I was like, I really need to try. If not, I will regret forever. And
Yeah.
started looking, started working in the first film. And now that I can say I do it full time is when I decided to sell the business.
After 6 years, I mean, I'm sure.
Yes.
Did you see it far away from you? This this dream that you actually, because it's actually kind
Yeah.
of, you said from young you always wanted to do something like that, and you what made you make that first step? Because you took a bit long thinking
Yes,
about
I
it,
think at
thinking
some
about it.
point I didn't even think I will do it. So it wasn't even in my mind for so long. I was with the business, I was making it grow. So, but I guess at some point I was like, from time to time it will come, it will be at the back of my mind. And
Yeah.
then there was one day that it was like, if it's not now, when it's gonna be?
Yes, that is
So,
so true.
yeah, so it was just like, I don't know. Just one day, I woke up and I said, "Okay, now or never."
Now or
And decided
never.
to try. Yes.
Well, that's amazing. The one question, when you step into this industry, because I'm sure it's challenging, and there must be, especially for us as a woman, what's the, actually right now, because you're living on it, you're working on it,
Yeah.
what's the challenge that for women was it difficult, not difficulty, how would you call it? Yeah, the most challenging around this industry as a
Uh,
woman.
as a woman, honestly, I mean, I haven't really found or experienced, maybe not yet, like any, I don't know, like a massive difference or a struggle as a woman, at least on the production companies where I have been working, because I feel that nowadays, you know, for example, there is production companies where I work that they are very, they like having women on the team, so they try to work towards that. I mean, not like fully only women, because I feel that at the end of the day, everyone needs to, you know, how can I say, if they are good, it doesn't really matter. But I haven't really experienced anything negative for being a woman,
Okay.
not yet.
Oh yes.
At least because I've been working in small productions, and most of them have been led by women. So that's
Oh,
good as
okay.
well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think if it was like in my past in other kind of jobs, yes. But
Yeah.
you just
But
carry
are you
on
happy?
doing.
How's it going? Because you sold the shop online a few months ago, you said?
Yes, just in May.
In May. Oh my
Yeah.
God. And now how's it going without it and with the new?
Yeah, it's going well. Now is when I have these small breaks. It's like I don't have the shop to focus on, so I can focus on growing in the industry and looking for more opportunities. So it's kind of new. Sometimes I am like, I remember the shop, of course, like when
Yeah.
I'm a little bit more quiet. But it's I think it's important to not being scared of moving forward, and sometimes you close chapters in your life. So I think I'm doing quite well. Yeah.
Yeah. Going a little bit to your background, you come from Spain.
Yes.
Did you ever thought of coming to London? Did it ever come into your mind that you were going to be in London? Was it planned, or was it something that one day you woke up and say, "I'm going to London"?
No, yeah, it wasn't really planned. I mean, yeah, I mean, maybe like a year of planning or a few months of planning. Not really something I thought, because obviously, I mean, at beginning with my English, like it was
Yeah.
rubbish. So it wasn't really something that it was planned. But then one day with my partner, we were like, okay, why not? Let's do this. Let's go, learn English, improve. And you think it's always going to be for a short period of time. And at the end, it becomes like a long term or your life, basically. So, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's a challenge as well.
Especially the language.
Moving, yeah, the language, the um, not culture. I don't feel like it's a super
Yeah.
different culture. Well, it
Yeah.
is.
I mean,
I'm from Spain, so yeah, there are differences,
yeah.
but it's hard. I mean, like at least when I talk to many people that have moved countries, it's like a little bit of there is a moment where you have like a crash with your identity or where
It
you
must be.
belong to. So I think that's the hardest part. But once you get settled and you change your mind as well, your mindset, everything gets better from there.
Yeah. So do you ever thought of going back and live in Spain? Or yeah, when you go there, you just want
I
to come back?
did, but no, it's like I don't know. It's like you will always have that in the back of your mind, but I don't. It's not. No, I don't feel like it's my place anymore. Yeah, I
Oh,
feel more. I feel
no.
like UK is my home, and Spain is where I grew up, where my family is, and of course I enjoy going back every time I can with to visit my family. And I don't know, maybe one day, but it's
Maybe.
not right now. I'm just busy thinking about other things.
Yeah, before jumping into the this industry, the film industry, and before even you had the shop online,
Yeah.
did you study for any other career? Did you prepare yourself for many years for something that you didn't quite enjoy?
You mean like if I got prepared
A
for
different career.
I mean, no, I studied media communication. I think is more or less the term here as well. But and I did the study like in this career there was journalism, there
Okay.
was a little bit of marketing, there was film, there was TV, radio, mass media, and so that was basically what, yeah, that was the career what got me, that was what I studied. But then, if we talk about professional career, I mean, nothing really specific to
Okay.
what I'm doing now, or so many things that completed my knowledge to, for example, to build a business. Everything I did before worked out well to build a business, and I think all that knowledge also translates to what I'm doing now. So I think that's why it's going well, because so many of the skills I got are transferable also to what I'm doing now, which
Yeah.
is projects and
Yes.
managing projects and scheduling, and it's a little bit like yeah, like business, running a
Yes.
business.
Yeah, we talked the other day, and you mentioned that it's never too late.
No, it's never too late, because if I did so many things before, and I moved to another country, did different career paths, and one day, wasn't happy, said I need to do something, I'm happy, and
Yes.
then I built a business. When I was around 30, 31 or 32, I don't remember. And then just last year, before becoming 37, I was like, oh, I need to try this. And so it's never late where I'm come from. And I think in general, when you're about my age, it's like you are settled, and you think that you're going to be settled in the job that you
That's what
love.
they tell us. That's what
Yeah.
they say. You have to be
Yeah.
married. You have to have children. You have to. That's your settle. It
Yeah.
doesn't end there.
No, 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 it doesn't. And yeah, yeah, you think that you're gonna have everything figured out, you're gonna have your forever
And your
job, and
house.
you will retire in that job. So everything is like anything I have done, it hasn't really been planned, or it didn't go by the book, of what I
Perfect.
thought, or what I grew up thinking. So yeah, it's never too late, really. Like
No.
anything you want to do now, it's never too late, and it's only the beginning. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter
it's
what
just the
age you
beginning.
have.
It's just you the beginning, and this is the
Yeah.
beginning.
Yes,
It's the
exactly.
beginning of everything, which is amazing that people like you, a woman like you, they just go forward and say it's never too late. I
Yeah.
want to do this. I'm not happy with this, and it's scary sometimes. Some women they get scared of accepting the fact that they're not happy
Exactly.
because it's just money wise. You
Yeah.
know, the money also, if they have good money coming in but they're not happy with the job, they don't want to
Yes.
go forward to something else that is called dream.
Yes, exactly. I think that's a big factor, but also, I mean, it's very easy to say, I don't have children. I'm also in my mindset. I know I got into many adventures, or I built a business and everything. But for me, I grew up working from very young, and to learning to be independent economically from very young. So everything I did, it was like I was working already full time, and then I started an adventure, and that's something is difficult. Like
Yeah.
you really need to put like the work into it, and sometimes it's just hard, like to work extra 8 hours a day on
Yeah.
top of your full-time job.
Yes.
So it's not easy. Like if I think now, when I started the business, or now when I started with the in the film industry, I still have the shop, and every time will be open, and being dealing with customers at the same time, and
Yeah.
so it's yeah, I mean, I can understand why it's not easy to start. Like you have to really,
Definitely.
yes,
And you have to get away with the scary bit, it's a bit
yes,
scary, but I'm gonna lose this money. I'm not gonna own this and that and that.
yes,
Just give it a go. I'm sure you'll be like we were talking later, my partner, and we were talking about the even the boring business, it makes lots of profit sometimes. But it's because it's a passion for the person that's doing it. That's the
yeah,
difference. Some people go and work in coffee shops and they stay there
yeah,
and they're just fighting to get the level up, but they're not happy. They're just for the money and they look sick.
yeah,
And I think making decisions to go for your dream is the best, even for health and mentally,
yes, it
because it
is.
gives you peace of mind saying, I'm doing what I really want, even regarding the money comes in or it doesn't, but it will.
Yes,
Because
yeah,
obviously we need some money. Money is a complement of our happiness. It doesn't give our happiness. I mean, it doesn't buy it at all,
yeah.
but it gives us
But
part of
yes,
it. Part
and
of it.
some of security,
Some
right?
security, yeah, right
Yeah,
now in
I
this
will
time.
have. I wouldn't have been able to, walk away from my job without having like, okay, this is working a little bit now, so okay, I can do this.
Yeah.
Yes, and have the encourage.
So is it working now in the film industry? Are you happy?
Yes, I'm happy.
Tell us something not funny, but the most difficult thing that maybe you had to resolve as quick as possible in a film, or setting up something that you had to go, oh my gosh, I'm in trouble. How do I do this? Any
Oh,
any any story about
I'm luckily not so many complicated things. Otherwise, that would be. I need to really be super prepared when I get into a production, or make sure that everything is gonna be as ready as possible with minimal changes. But of course, we did have, things like, for example, one day it's raining, pouring, and
oh
it
god,
wasn't really even like you wouldn't see it even on the weather, you know. And so having to change maybe all the scheduling for the day, and
the last minute.
at the really last minute, like filming a scene and say, okay, after this we cannot carry on filming outside. Let's move everything, and we will come back to this later. And working out fine. And I remember, yeah, one film I worked in
Yeah.
that one was a fun one. And we were filming at the beach,
Oh my god,
and
yeah.
the first night we were filming there, it ended up we were we were at the beach, and it was a mermaids film, and which is released already. And we didn't know, like, we will start at 5 p.m. to work night shift,
Yeah.
because we have night scenes, and we didn't know
Wow.
that the water will disappear at some point,
Really?
so we were there, we were meant to, we were filming there at the beach, we needed water scenes. And at some point, I don't remember what time was it, I don't know if it was 11 p.m., I don't remember, but the water just disappeared. And everything was so dark, but the water wasn't there. Of course, we have lights and everything,
Yeah.
and we were there just waiting until the water came back, which did eventually, luckily. And
After
it
how
was a
many
little bit windy
hours?
day as well, and everything. So that first day, and it was the first day, so that first day was a little bit of a challenge, because we didn't
Oh my
expect that,
god.
but we got there, and we
After
did
how
it.
many hours did the water come back?
Oh, I don't remember. I think it was a couple of hours or something like that. We were unsure. We were researching. We didn't know.
Because it was out of your hands. You couldn't do nothing about it.
Yeah,
You had
no,
to.
no. I was like, okay, and it was the south of the UK, and of course, I've seen in other areas of the UK, like going at 11 a.m. or 10 a.m., and there wouldn't be water, and then eventually there will be a lot of
Yes.
water, but we didn't expect like happening overnight so
Yeah.
late for a couple of hours and then come back. But yeah, that one was a fun one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So coming back to the film industry world and stuff, I'm sure there's nothing you regret until now. You enjoying it, and is there any further things you want to learn about it? There's any further things that you want to do, or
I
just
mean,
learning?
plans, I have many. Yeah, so many. I'm someone that, of course, I look for opportunities, but and while I wait for the opportunities, I'm working on something else, because I like to make things happen and maybe create other opportunities, not waiting around so much. And so I'm always thinking about creating things. Oh, we could do this, or maybe I don't know, verticals in Spain. Let's do this, or
Yeah.
just think about opportunities or creative ideas while waiting for other projects or while we are logging dates. So that's something I usually do, and then. Yeah, I'm planning. I don't plan a lot because uh, so many things have happened in a year and a half. I just came back from Vancouver from working there into productions, and
Wow.
I will have never thought I will go internationally. And so it's like I plan a little bit. I have so many plans, but at the same time, I go with the flow,
Yeah.
and I do have regrets. There are. I mean, I've said no to productions that I would have really loved to work on, but I have maybe another project. The dates will crash, or maybe loving the project, but thinking of, okay, shall I go? Shall I think about the rate, or shall I think about the
Yeah.
project? And those
Exactly.
difficulties that yeah, you never know. But
I'm sure
yeah.
saying no to a production company that you want to be part of, saying no is a bit like, oh my
So a
God.
little bit you think that maybe they won't work with you anymore, or you never know. Depends of who you, I don't know, depending on what production it is. And at the same time, maybe I regret I worked in maybe a production that was, you know, and I mean, well, I enjoy all of them, so maybe
Yeah.
not that much, but yeah, like regretting not having worked with some of the projects because of overlapping.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So what's the biggest project you have in coming up, or
Um, mm,
one
I
of them?
have.
Because you say you have too many. Just one of
I
them.
mean, too many, too many. Like until they locked.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm working. There is a release of a film I worked in. Luckily, or hopefully, it will be released soon this year. And we are working on the production of a horror film, maybe
Oh,
for next year. And I'll work as a production manager on that one. So very excited about it. And yeah, I'm waiting for some confirmations of verticals and feature film to work as a first AD, which I do mainly for the production. So yeah, there are some things in the horizon, but we are waiting for them to,
do you like horror films?
yes.
I like them
And
too.
actually, I mean, I didn't like watching horror films until now. Like I was too
Really?
scared before to watch horror films, but since I have worked in 3 horror films, one of them very very bloody.
Is
Now
it as
it's
bloody
like
as the one with the Arpinta?
no, oh no, actually, but that one is not a horror. That one was bloody. The
That's bloody
arbiter, which
funny.
that one was. We had so much fun. Like that one was
Too
very
much blood.
bloody, but it's a great film, action film. It's a comedy, and there is a lot of blood. So yeah, we watched it on Tuesday, and it
Yeah.
was great, great. Like I loved it. But I have worked in horror films, like horror, and one of them was the one at the beach. That one was super bloody. And
The
now,
mermaid.
yeah, the mermaids one. And now when I watch a horror film, I can, before I couldn't, like, I wouldn't go to the cinema to pay for a horror film because I would be like this all the time.
Really?
I would be too scared. But now I can go, like the other day I went to watch 28 years later, and I can watch horror films
By
because
yourself?
um, no, but not by myself,
No.
but with someone. But I don't get that scared. I think in the back of my mind, I'm enjoying the film, but I also think I like, oh, how did they do this? Or so
Yeah.
I know. Of course, I always knew it's not real, of course, but now it's
But
like I
now,
don't get that scared. Like I know the process.
even in backstage, so no, no, that's not
Even though
real.
I get like, I have these jumps of scared. I get scared like with these jumps that the horror films have. But yeah, I mean, I enjoy them much more now.
Yeah, because you know it's not true. Now you've
Yeah,
seen it
I
with your
know it's
own
not true.
eyes. So, had you overcome those challenges that you ever had in your mind, battling with yourself? Because depression and stress comes and you just don't know what to do, but there's something there that helps you to keep on going.
Yes, I mean, I have to say that when I moved to the UK, it really not related to like moving to different country has its own challenges, but you also carry your own challenges from the past.
Yes. From the
And
past.
they, of course, I have worked through anxiety, depression, panic attacks. Like
Really?
there was a few years of my life that were very, you know, my life was very around those issues I was living with and I was trying to overcome. So I did battle with depression and anxiety and, you know, and, but I think it was at the time when I started my own business. And
Yeah.
my focus shifted, and I also went to a psychologist, explain me a little bit about, you know, how anxiety works and depression. Maybe I already grew out of it, or maybe I already figured out so many things that I don't know. I did work through all those issues, and I think having a business helped a lot. Like
Yeah.
my focus shifted. I was doing something I loved, and I just eventually I was
Yeah.
okay. You know, like
Yeah.
yeah.
But did you ask for help? Did you do anything?
Actually, not much. Like I was trying, I worked through it by myself. Like I would have loved. I mean, going the extra mile and going to a psychologist, maybe, you
Yeah.
know, before I ask, you know, because it took me a well 2 3 years, like you
Wow.
know, and but yeah, when I went in, I went for a few months, like to a psychologist, and we talk about so many things and never use medication. Obviously, it took me
No.
so many years just to go to the psychologist. And but yeah, I think asking for help is great. Maybe you can speed the process,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's good to have someone that knows about these things. You know, to talk about.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Sometimes we're scared of asking help, asking for help.
Yes.
Maybe we don't think that we that bad.
Yeah, and maybe we think it's just silly and it's
Yeah,
you,
silly,
and
but
you
it's deep.
know, it is. Yeah.
Especially when you get sick as well physically. Oh no, it's fine. It's gonna go away. I never get sick. But then it just
Yes.
collapses. And you just
Exactly.
like think you might as well go and get help on time.
Exactly. So many things you think that maybe no, this is normal. This is something small. This is normal. Like maybe you know, my mind wouldn't shut off. Never like from, you know, from waking up to going to sleep. Like and that
Wow.
is something that, you know, now
Yes.
if I just want to chill and not think about anything, I just I'm able to do it, you know,
Yeah.
and not worry about things that I shouldn't be worried about, like, you know,
Yeah.
taking care of yourself. Just worry about
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
All things.
Other things, other things.
Really,
Yeah,
you
that's very
know.
interesting. Going to ask for help on time. On time. Don't let the problem get bigger, bigger, bigger. Because
Yes.
anyway, if it does get bigger or whatever, it helps to learn from that.
Yes,
Because
definitely.
challenges are also a good help. A master in our life, we learn from them.
Yeah,
Not to go back to the same problem and make them make the same mistakes.
exactly.
Same mistakes. So back to the film industry. What advice would you give to those women, especially women, because we talk about women,
Yes.
that they like to jump into the industry? You know, maybe you as a direct manager or filmmaker is different as as an actor, as acting.
Yes,
So
yes, it's very different because I yeah, I would say it's different. I have worked as a casting director as well, so but of course I don't have the I'm not an actress myself, so I'm sure it's a difficult, very difficult.
in general, in the whole thing, what advice would you give a woman who wants to jump and maybe they're scared because they also talk about physical
Oh.
and all those you have to look this and that, skinny, fat, whatever. You know, there's so many things that we think that if you're not a perfect version or you have a perfect nose or whatever, we won't be able to be accepted.
Ah,
So
yes.
any advice for those women who want to jump and they can't because they're scared of that?
Yeah, don't be scared. Like no one is perfect. Just as if you think you are good, other people is gonna think as well. Even so many people, they think they are not good enough, and a lot of people they think they are good. You know, other people will think you are good. So you just try it. Like, what do you have to lose? Nothing really. You already. Well, there's something we say in Spanish. It's like, tú ya tienes el no. Like, you already have
Then
a
I.
no, right? So you don't lose anything. Just try. Like, you want to be an actress, just apply for roles. There is many websites online. You don't really need to have an agent, because we work with so many actors that don't have agents.
Okay.
So you just go make a few tapes and apply, and you can land your first role, like maybe as a background or as a day player, like starting small, and you can start, growing. And for people that want to start on women that want to start on production, same thing. I mean, what is always heard is that, of course, you're gonna start small. I mean, small, like as a runner or as a PA. That's how I started, and
Did
it's
you as
just
a runner?
as a PA, but which are nowadays I think is very similar. And just go see how it is, and be just if you want, and be willing to move around and help, and you can see if you enjoy it or what roles you would like to do. And that's open to anyone. I think that anyone that wants to do it, you don't really need to a background on in film to start. And that's something great I love from the UK. You don't really need a background or experience on a job to, you know, not always. Like, if you really want, like, I compare with Spain. A lot of people may not agree. Like, but if here, I just feel like if you really want to do something, and you will find the opportunity. Yeah.
Yeah, we're in London. I mean, like you said, you started this new journey. We could call it a journey,
Yeah.
and you didn't even think that it would go international because
No.
you've been flying, you've been
No,
traveling,
no.
this, and that.
Yes, I
You
have.
didn't think about it. So I think jumping into the industry or anything you want to do, you could go better than what you think.
Yes, exactly. Anything you put your mind in, you can do it. If in the industry, if you want to start a business, if you want to work, I don't know. Like, I remember I worked on a company that made websites and work in marketing. I already had experience in websites and making, working on marketing, social media. But they only hired me because they saw I started an events business at some point. That's what they saw
Evans.
my That's what they saw on my CV, and that's what they catch their eye to interview me. They didn't even know I knew about Photoshop or filming or websites or
And that was in
all of that.
London.
That was in Leeds
Oh,
when I was
Leeds.
living in Leeds. Well, on Harrogate. Yeah.
Right.
So you never know. Like, yeah, you
Going a
just
little
try.
bit, going a little bit on your and you showed me where you live, which is so interesting.
Yes.
You don't live in a house.
No, I live in. It's like a trailer, a fifth wheel. It's an American caravan that opens on the side. It tows on a truck. But yeah, for since 2022, maybe
Who?
not forever,
Yeah.
But
Some people think it's a crazy idea. How did you get that idea,
yes,
or
I
how did you
mean,
manage to get onto plan and do
no, it
it?
wasn't really planned either.
There you go.
Yes, we saw online, and we thought it was a cool idea to travel as well. And yeah, it's been 2 years now, and not 2 years. It was 2025, almost 3 years. Not forever, but it's been a great adventure.
Did you get to
And
travel?
yes, and that gave me the opportunity to work in the first film as well. Like,
Oh,
yeah, because from Spain, we went like France, Spain, and then on the way back, I found this opportunity in Cornwall. It was the
yeah.
first film, and funny enough, we were going to go through Cornwall and stay there for a bit. So that it was great. Like, it was
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
perfect timing, and stay there. And that's how I was able to work in the first film as well.
Oh my
So
God,
you
Cornwall.
never know.
You
Like,
never know. See, those little choices, decisions you made, they might
yes,
lead to something bigger.
yeah,
And it's interesting. It's interesting. I mean, I love your story. I love even the messages you're giving to the other women, as in it's never too late, as in if you want to do it, go ahead, it might go better than what you think.
Yes,
The
exactly.
insecurities, we grow up with securities, depends on how we
You
grow
can
up.
always go back to your security blanket, you
It
know?
doesn't matter the age.
No, it
Doesn't
doesn't
matter
matter.
the
It
age.
doesn't matter. No, it
Doesn't
doesn't
matter,
matter.
we say your experience.
No, exactly.
So Sarah, where can people find you to explore more a bit about you, or maybe to get onto the any advice they want to have, or they just want to know and find about you? Where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram. Is at Sara de Bono. So SaradBono.
We have it in the description anyway. We have it in the video.
So you can find me there, and if you want any advice, just reach out to me, send me a message, and I will reply.
Yeah, any advice you would like to say apart from the ones you're giving so much? The last one.
The last one, just follow your gut. Like if you have a feeling, and because so many people, me myself, I had, you have those times that you really want reassurance, or you don't know, what choice to make. And even if it's, to a friend, to a partner, and just follow your gut, because I did regret, like, sometimes following other people's advice. Like,
Yes.
I had a feeling, and then I was like, you see, I should have done this is I shouldn't have maybe even asked, like, I should have
Yeah.
done what I thought. And yeah, that will be the only thing. Follow your gut, and if you have a
lovely.
feeling, just follow it.
I agree with you. I actually describe it as in everyone has their own color in their life, and you have your own color. So if you go asking for opinions and can I do this? Shall I do this? Shall I do that? Maybe you're painting your life their colors.
Yeah.
So always, like you said, follow your own God. Don't, otherwise you go. I mean, I regret it. Well, when I was younger, I used to ask people for advice if I could do this, do this, do this, and I had opportunities to become a model and all of this. And but just following other people's advice, I didn't make it. It's fine. You shouldn't have, but it's well done. Like you said, don't go asking, shall I? Shall I not? Just go for it. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for your time. It was lovely
Thank you.
talking to you, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you very
I
much.
hope you go more international.
I hope so.
Thank you so much. Here with us, we had the lovely Sara Bono. You know where to find her for more advice in anything you want to know about the film industry. My name is Andrea Molina. Don't forget to follow the Aspiring Woman podcast. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, bye, bye.